What is going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we are going to start talking about all of the updates that just came to Dokkan Battle. And actually, this is for both versions of the game. More on the Japanese side, but global, I hear that you actually got a few things for yourself. So first off, let's go for the global stuff first. I hear that they have officially given you guys the fix for the app reset. Essentially, if you don't know what that is, essentially where you would, you know, be going through a round, you pick your orbs and everything, you're attacking, and then, oh no, you're about to get super attacked, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna close the app, I'm gonna force reset it, essentially restart. You know, you say continue where you start off, and then it will basically reset the turn for you. So, but now essentially what happens is that if you are already going through the battle, then it's just going to put you right back where you were. You can't reset it after you've picked all the orbs. Now, that being said, though, you can reset it if you've maybe selected orbs for your first or second character, but not your third character yet, and you make a mistake. Then you can do that. Or maybe instead you want to put, say, LR Piccolo on rotation first instead of, you know, Gohan, or, you know, whatever your rotation happens to be. So you can do that. If you mess up like that, then you can close the app, reset it, open it back up again, and then the turn itself will restart. But the moment you get that third character's orbs, it's going through, you have to wait to the next round. So I know a lot of people don't like this, especially when it comes to things like the World Tournament and everything. But, you know, we're just gonna, you have to suck it up, you have to go with it. It was never intended to be in the game originally, so just gonna have to leave with it. So, I mean, we haven't had it here on JP for, I wanna say, I don't know, 3-4 months or so, and honestly, I've forgotten all about it. So yeah. Anyway, so and then also you guys got the upgraded training items, or not the training items, but these training stage essentially, where you go into the training. Oops, that's the awakening right there. Into the training area here. And so if you wanted to train somebody, then obviously you can pick the stage like you usually do. You can now pick up to a total of 50 items. Yes, you can do 10. For all 5 slots, on each of the 5 slots, for a total of 50, so it's pretty nice. Really helps you level up. You don't even need to really use characters here or anything like that. So if you want to go in and pick characters, you don't have to do that. So that is pretty nice. It definitely helps a lot, and I found myself that I barely touch my friend summons at all. I probably should start using my friend summons more for training guys up so that I'm not wasting too many items, but at the same time, it's finally getting rid of all those useless items that we all thought we'd never use in the first place. So, because you see those 10s going by. So it is pretty nice. So you guys got that a lot earlier than we did, which is obviously really good. So congrats, and you guys should be getting Super 17 anytime. I think Cooler is just about to end. So let me know in the thoughts in your comments. Let me know in the comment down below. Sorry, I can't even talk right now. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are even gonna pull for 17. I know I asked before, but you know, people change their minds and everything. So yeah. All right, so global, that is all that global got. What about JP and global? This is important to you because obviously you will get this eventually. But right now, we also got some UI updates on the JP side of the game. So if the thing wants to load up here for a second. Okay, and I'm going to explain all this other stuff later here in a sec. But first off, I'll go through the UI changes real quick. So first off, if you notice down here at the bottom right corner, the Baba Shop is at its own little spot, which is really nice. And replacing where the friends used to be is the menu. And if you click on the menu, the very top one right here is friend. It says friendo, and then you go into the normal list. You can add people, look at your friends list, all that fun stuff. And that's all you have to do, okay? So that's the only real change right there that has happened. Another thing that has changed as well is that if you go onto your card, then if you hold this down right here, it'll tell you, okay, on the passive skill, exactly what the passive skill is, so you don't have to keep letting it scroll over and over again. It also works on the leader skill, so you can just hold it down. That's all I'm doing right here. I don't think it works on, oh, it does work on the super attack. That's right, it does work on the super attack. But anything else, it doesn't really work on. You know, categories and stuff like that, you gotta click on it, you gotta scroll through it and everything. So that is pretty nice right there. And then the last one is if you go into the events here, they have now categorized all the events. So I was wrong on this. I originally thought maybe this had to do with certain Dokkan events and everything. But the way it goes basically is you have story-based events, okay? Then you have training-based events, so orbs and medals and everything like that. And then you have challenge, which is, you know, your Dokkan Fest stuff. So right now, though, and I'll get into this in a second here, but right now, every single Dokkan Fest is going right now. It's pretty nice, so. All right, so next up we want to go into is, well, all the stuff that just came. And this is all basically going until the 1st of October, okay? So right now we have a dual Dokkan, or we have double race banner going right now. If you want to go ahead and summon on that, all the LRs are back, including a brand new LR Goten and Trunks. Actually, they really start off as Mighty Mask, and then they go into Goten and Trunks. The picture should be up on the screen right now. I'm not going to go over Twitter because I'm pretty sure everyone has seen it by now. And you can also look at the SA animations over on Twitter as well. But right now, you basically will summon, you'll get an SSR Agility Mighty Mask, and then you Dokkan Awaken him all the way to the LR. He takes both Rebirth medals from the Super Strike event, and he takes Dokkan Fest medals, so he actually got the Rebirth link on this. But basically, the way that this Goten and Trunks work is the leader skill is all Super Agility types, Ki +3, HP attack and defense up 100%, and Extreme types, Ki +2, HP attack and defense up 70%. So it's basically a buff Super Saiyan for Vegeta, and the way that it is buffed is the fact that you are, you know, still be able to run your villains. People to this day still run Rose and everything on their villains, on their Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta teams sometimes, because he is self-sufficient, obviously, and he's really powerful. And, you know, if you're simply lacking some super units, then he's also a good person to run in there. So, but this is another way to still be able to run those teams, basically. The way that we're going when it comes to these LRs, let's see, we had the 90% LRs come in after the 70% ones came in, and the 120% come in, and then now we're having the equivalent LRs of 120%. So expect, I'm calling it right now, 9 more of these guys. 9 more of these guys, because now we still got to do Extreme AGL, where it's going to be Ki +3, AP attack and defense up 100%, and then obviously for super types, Ki +2, AP attack and defense up 70%. So that's probably going to be a thing. So I would not be surprised. I honestly would not be surprised. But hey, more LRs in the game, I guess. So obviously, I'm just going to be skipping this banner. I don't need to be going for these double rates banners or anything like that. My cards are plenty powerful in the ability system and everything. But it just really goes to show you that, you know, after we get all more of these, the rest of these 9 LR cards, eventually, then we're going to start getting LR versions of the categories. And I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, what is going on right now? And for anyone asking about LR Blue Vegito, I obviously have no idea, honestly. None of us do. Absolutely none of us do. Bandai does not talk to us at all, because it's all focused, even if it's focused here in JP or in Japan, they do not talk to us at all. I mean, I could go up to Tokyo right now if I wanted to. They'd slam the door in my face, probably. They honestly would. They'd just be like, dude, get out of here. We don't want to talk to you. So, and it's, you know, it's just, there's a lot of different factors and everything. So, unfortunately, I absolutely have no idea when Vegeta Blue is going to come. My guess would just be, if I had to take a wild guess, I would say 6 months, maybe. I guess I honestly have no idea. So I know people are going to ask, so, but that is how it's going to be going right there. So yeah. But anyway, so Trunks' super attack is really interesting, or Trunks and Goten. I'm going to keep calling it LR Trunks when it's not. It is LR Trunks and Goten. So, but anyway, so the super attack, the way it works is that if you get 18, between 12 and 18 Ki, then you do the weak super attack, essentially. It's a failed fusion. The super attack name is called Fusion. The guys literally do the fusion on screen, and depending on what attack you do, they will perform a certain fusion. So if you get between 12 and 17 Ki, they will do one of the failed fusions. They'll either do skinny tanks or fat tanks, and then they will attack. And it actually lowers your attack for 1 turn. It's not greatly, it's more than greatly. It's kind of interesting, I guess. But anyway, so that is the way that the 12 Ki super attack works. If you get up to 18 though, they perform the fusion correctly, and they'll either do Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 3. And yeah, they rehash the Super Saiyan 3 animation for the most part. The only thing they don't do is throw him into the boo-boo volleyball, but he still fires off the missile barrage just like normal. So, but basically what they'll do is they'll fuse, they'll transform, they fly around the earth a bunch of times, and then they attack the opponent to do obviously amazing damage and everything. They are an LR, what's not to like? And the SA is farmable, obviously, because you can take the Super Strike Mighty Mask, farm him into the agility version, and boom, you're good to go. So yeah, Majin Vegeta, still the only LR without a farmable super attack. Oh, poor Majin Vegeta. Oh, poor Vegeta. Always getting the shaft. Always getting the shaft. So, actually, and one thing to note is I know I usually say that, you know, obviously Fierce Battle is better, and I will continue to say that Fierce Battle is always better than the Shattering the Limit, the Rebirth link. But because of the way that you'd actually want to start building the Goten and Trunks LR team, you know, you'd be on an optimal team, you'd be throwing Majin Vegeta onto there, and both of them have the Rebirth link. So obviously, especially with the LR Goten and Trunks, they want that 18 Ki. They don't want the 12 Ki attack. You want your 18 Ki attack, so that actually does favor them a little bit. Not to mention some of your top supporting units on there as well is going to be the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or the World Tournament Gohan as well. So those are guys that you want to be throwing on that team. The Super Saiyan 2 Gohan obviously has a Rebirth link, so that's, again, more Ki. And then the passive skill for the LR Goten and Trunks is that at the beginning of the turn, it says it literally says random in the translation, or in the katakana there, but basically it was random. You'll randomly get between 3 Ki and 9 Ki, and when you super attack, your attack goes up 120%. So that is something right there. So yeah, he's got like 4. How many? In terms of like SA animations, I think he's got 4 or something like that. It's pretty crazy because you have the 12 key there, which is 2 of the failed fusions, and then you have the 18 key, which is 2 of the, you know, perfected fusions essentially. So again, that's a lot of essays right now, and you can tell. And the way you look at it, the way I look at this personally, is that because this is basically a updated version of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you can tell they've had this in the works for quite a long time. So it's, yeah, it's all that, like, you know, Vegeta Blue stuff, and we're thinking, oh, they can just get it done right away. No, that's again why I'm saying probably 6 months or so into the future, maybe, just maybe, we'll get Vegeta Blue, or however it's gonna work. So yeah. So anyway, so both of these Gokus and Vegetas, they get rebirths via these medals here. I'm going to go over how to get these medals here in just a second. I know this video is going a little long. I find it funny. This Goku gets the shaft. He uses Dokkan medals, and he gets the rebirth link. Yep, that just happened. Yep, and I think another one is like Karoli or something like that. So yeah, I couldn't help but laugh at that. I mean, at least Vegeta makes sense because he's just a support unit basically. And I'm actually going to awaken mine because I had to show you guys some of these things. So anyway, so the rebirth banner, the double rates banner, it's going around until the 26th of September. And then I'm assuming whatever next Dokkan Fest is coming around. So that's what I'm personally saving my stones for. Right now, for every few days now, we are getting these type Dokkan Fest banners. And basically, there are 3 featured cards on this one. And it is Brawly, Frieza, and Kid Buu. It's basically all of your pre-Year 2 celebration top physical units, okay? The only one that's not on here is Goku Black for some reason. I don't know why. So maybe that's just who I don't know. They must have just randomly picked 3. So I'm not really sure, but people like Cooler, Omega, they're not on these banners. There's still a bunch of SSRs in the banner, and it's not guaranteed SSR. But basically, if you're going to go for a banner card, though, you can get a chance to get these. So if you're missing out on some of those older banner Dokkan Fest cards, this is your chance to go for them. There's no discount summons or anything like that. So unfortunately, you have to just go with whatever summons you potentially have. So if you want to summon on it, go ahead by all means. But honestly, I'm going to stick away from it. So yeah. So that is it for this second banner right here. Next is these medals. These are some what they called time attack missions, okay? Time attack missions. This is under the Supreme Kai super missions, which I'm going to get into a second translate here for you guys. So basically, complete the tasks that they are required, and all of these missions are on event missions, or more specifically is going to be under the Dokkan Fest missions. Complete those under certain things and certain certain situations and everything, and you will get these medals. You use these medals as of right now to Dokkan awaken certain units, and I believe the LR Goten and Trunks do require them. So let's go ahead and head over to there real quick, because other than that, we've just got a bunch of like little story events going on right now. The campaign, there is a world tournament coming up, I believe, next weekend. Not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend, which is really nice, because otherwise fighters would be taking my priority over that. So, and don't forget, guys, fighter stream this Saturday Japan time. I am putting out tweets and everything like that. I'll also be making a video on it, so definitely come and check it out. I'll be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so definitely be prepared for that. And then last thing to go before we go into those missions is the fact that every day right now until the 10th or till the 1st of October, we can get 7 stones per day. Basically, going into these Dokkan Fest events, you fight them off, okay? And by the way, this also does, you can, if you wanted to, you could go into the, like the older Dokkan Fest, and you could do those little stages where like you'd go and you'd farm those, those SRs or whatever. You can actually just go into those and do those. It works actually, and I did it. But basically, clear Dokkan events 1 time, do it 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, 10 times. Z awakens somebody, okay? This is going from like an SSR to a UR where you got to use 5 different medals at the same time. Z awakens someone to get a medal, and then this is to Dokkan awaken, the very last one, okay? So again, this is going from now until the 1st, 7 stones a day. Pretty decent, right there. I actually personally like this, and I know they're not going to, but I hope that they would keep something like this around for good. It'd be really nice. Because, I can kind of see, obviously they don't want to do the 20 stones and everything. They are business and everything. But I think 7 stones, that's pretty nice, right? Technically 8 because you have the login bonuses and everything. I take 7 stones, no problem. I'd do it. So, and it is really nice because all the events right now are for half act. And then supposedly the story missions are like 2 times XP. Just keep it at 4, Bandai or Akatsuki, whoever. Just keep it there, seriously. You don't need to do that, so yeah. Anyway, so let's go into the missions real quick. Basically, if you go over here to the missions tab and you go down to the super ones for the Supreme Kai, you have story missions right here and you have events, okay? So click on the event ones and you click on them and you can pick whatever stage you want to do. Now, in order to translate these are some of the easiest translations to go by, actually. So every single one of these has 2 of the easiest ones possible, and then the 3rd one just requires a certain link or category, okay? So for example, this one right here is asking you to beat it in either 2 minutes or 30 seconds. So this is Nipun, okay, so this is 2, and then obviously this is the kanji for minutes, and then this is Sanju Byo. Byo means seconds in Japanese, okay? So it's beat it in 2 minutes, 30 seconds, beat it in 1 minute, 45 seconds, and then it is use this for this one particularly. It is asking for this link skill. So match up this link skill, and you have to have 5 people or more. Okay, this is the kanji for bodies. Obviously, 5 is 5, and then ijo, which means more. Okay, 5 or more that you have to have. And if you want to know what stage it is, boom, hit go to the stage, and there is your event right there. You got to beat the Kid Buu event on the Z hard difficulty. I did the first one, and it took me straight to the actually where you would farm the Tech Fat Buu actually, and I actually completed one of those special Trunks missions where it was like beat Dokkan Fest stuff like 7 times or something like that. So I was just like, oh, okay, that works out for me pretty well. So basically all of these event missions right now are only in the Dokkan Fest stuff. So all you gotta do though is hit stage at the bottom there, and it's pretty good to go. And that's not what I want to do. I'm gonna go back into the missions to show you guys some more of the translations real quick, because they honestly are pretty easy. Pretty much everyone should be able to get them. This one again right here, this is completed in 2 minutes 45 seconds, completed in 1 minute 45 seconds, and then this one is again looking for that link skill, okay? Figure this link skill, and then beat it in 2 minutes, okay? Pretty standard. Let's see some other ones. I know there's a category one somewhere. Oh, here we go. So we got a category one. So this one is beat it in 2 minutes and 15 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds, and then category, this is the hybrid sand link, or the hybrid sand category that we just saw, and beat it in 2 minutes 30 seconds. It's all the same kanji right there. I'll have it up on the screen obviously as well. So that's pretty much how you do. You go in, you beat the event like you would, you come back out and it says, hey, bam, 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 you get them, and then you get the medals automatically, and you get those Nimbus medals, okay? And now we can actually Dokkan Awaken my Super Vegito. So Super Vegito and the Angry Kamehameha Goku both got a Dokkan Awaken. I don't have the Angry Kamehameha Goku, unfortunately, but I do have the Vegeta, and he basically becomes a really good support unit. So, he is, you know, if you have like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and stuff, this guy's not going to replace him. But this guy is pretty decent though, if it wants to go up there. Basically, and I'm going to hold it up and show you here. So all agility and strength types, key +2, attack and defense of 25%, and he has that regeneration link, or regeneration ability when you're fighting off Cell and stuff, which no one really uses because you just overpower him for the most part. But overall, he's, you know, he's not bad, you know, support unit or anything like that. I don't know what his super's up with. If for 9 turns, your attack will go up, okay? Or your attack goes up for 9 turns, okay? So that stacks for obviously a long time right there. So I'm just like, why 9 though? Like, why? That just seems really weird. So I don't know. Anyway, so let's go ahead and Dokkan Awaken him real quick. And yeah, so other than that, guys, oh, he's not even at level 100. Oh, well, I'll Dokkan Awaken him later. But nonetheless, there you go. You got to see him. So, fail right there, but whatever. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. That's pretty much all the stuff. I think I touched on everything. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed something. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next one.